usual. Um, Ronnie and G talked about the fact that the bottles delivered to their homes or respective residences at the moment, and bragging about that shit. I continually keep forgetting to send Ron these damn beats for the intro. I have made them. I keep forgetting to do so.
I
But
don't
for the
believe
first,
they exist. I don't believe
no,
they
no, they
exist.
exist. I can show you my
Okay.
hard drive where they are.
All right, all right, all right.
They exist. But I was doing my one beat a day thing until I got on this trying to finish this shirt, and then that took over. But anyway, y'all don't care nothing about that. For the first time, we got the whole crew here. Well, the whole crew without Fee being surrounded by patients. Uh,
Yeah, we legit today, baby. We legit
Ventilators and shit.
today.
but Ronnie is here, Fee is here, Joe is here, I am here. We were talking about right before the cameras cut on. Uh, our boy Ransom, Terrell Chugs, aka Heart of a Villain, said on Twitter the other day, how many times has Krillin's Destructo disc actually worked? To which I responded, well, to be fair, I don't know that any of them energy discs ever worked except for Freeze's against himself. And then noted troll and contrarian Gabe actually made a very good point. He said he said all Krillin had to do was use the solar flare in conjunction with the Destructo disc, and shit would have worked. And then Joe said, well, he's still the realest Earthling, to which Ronnie said, it don't get no worse than Yamcha. And then we got into a discussion about is Yamcha losing Bulma to Vegeta a loss? And I say yes.
Negative.
I say yes, it is.
I mean, much like Joe said, Vegeta is just a real nigga. So I mean,
But he tried to destroy the world. You got your girl taken by a dude who literally tried to destroy the planet.
Hey, get
Hey,
your
so let
shit
me
off.
ask y'all- let me ask y'all something. So, if you go and rob a nigga and he's a real nigga, you don't consider that getting robbed because he's a real nigga? Then you still lose your stuff. You still lost your stuff. It don't matter how real the nigga is. And to Joe's point before we came on here, the way I feel about myself, if somebody steals my girl, yes, that's a loss. Because I don't really think niggas can take my girl like that, bro. I don't care. That's just how I feel about myself.
Before we get into his bag, if a dude come through, whoop you and all your niggas' asses, then he come back and take one of the crew's girls, is that not a loss? Because that's basically he just came through and mopped up the whole squad until Goku showed up and Yajirobe slice and a giant ape is the only thing to save the earth from getting blown up. And he gonna come back and take Yamcha's girl. That's a loss to me. That's a loss.
No, imagine seeing your girl with the dude who beat you up and this dude wearing like Hawaiian shirts now. Like, just imagine that. Like Vegeta was out here in Hawaiian Sophie shirts, man.
With Hawaiian shirts.
But to that point you just made, don't y'all can't act like chicks ain't out here rolling with nut ass niggas that are either ex felons, ex gang banging niggas, and they ignore the total regular niggas. Yamcha was a regular
that's perfectly
nigga.
Fine, but
okay,
that dude didn't beat her ex's ass and then come back a couple years later wearing Hawaiian shirts, hanging with Dende.
And then another point, if all four of us is in the group, if a nigga beat all four of our asses, he better not be added to the group, bro.
Yeah,
like we don't even need to be added to the group. What you doing here, man?
That's the type of nigga you need in your group, though.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, now I will say, if you walking around getting into fights all the time, and if it's a nigga in your group that's always challenging stronger niggas to fights for the hell of it, then yeah, you do need a nigga like that in your group. Like that is true.
Not if he's taking my woman, bro.
Man, somebody's taking my woman, bro. I think it was Reverend Dr. Dash. He tweeted, he said Goku the kind of dude that would walk in on Chi-Chi getting piped and would give the dude a Viagra or a gas station pill so he could fuck her to the fullest extent.
Come on, man.
What? Yo, where do you be finding these cats on Twitter, bro? What is going on, bro?
Years of being on Twitter, man. All these people are somehow connected to Birmingham Birmingham in some way. Birmingham
See?
Twitter has the wildest Twitter in existence.
That's why I don't be on there no more, bro. Because I was on there for like a month. Found the
Joe, that was your problem. You was looking for Joe was looking for quote unquote dark Twitter and that he still won't tell us what he saw. He has disavowed Twitter since
and got off. Found it, got off, bro.
That sound like them Tor browsers. You don't need to go down that path.
You had no business being over there, man.
Yeah, you went to the side of Twitter that you wasn't supposed to be on, bro. And what's wild is it was wilder like in 2010, 2011. Like it's tame compared to what it used to be on that motherfucker.
Right.
There used to be some wild shit, like some illegal shit, just getting posted on Twitter, and no one said a fucking word.
Really, bro? Because I swear, I'll scroll through that shit, bro. That shit don't look tame to me.
You might catch some shit if someone don't have enough followers, they can post some shit and get away with it. But like, if the minute people find your shit and start retweeting, it's getting taken down because somebody's gonna report it. But back in the day, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't no reporting tweets. Like the niggas was getting doxxed on that motherfucker. It was fights of motherfuckers getting beat up, robbed, all sorts of shit on that motherfucker. And niggas was just retweeting it. LOL.
Come on,
like,
man.
I think Twitter jumped the shark when that nigga went and drove to Temecula to fight that dude over Kobe. Like I think that was on Christmas. On Christmas. Like I think that was when Black Twitter like jumped the shark.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said a nigga drove to Temecula to what?
Yes,
to fight a nigga over Kobe slander on Christmas.
Wow.
Like this man abandoned his family.
Like left his family on Christmas to fight over Kobe disrespect.
I know the Temecula area, bro. That's wine country. Why the fuck would you go?
They was meeting like halfway. I think dude was coming from like LA and the other dude was in like San Diego or some shit.
Yeah, he was like, meet me in Temecula.
He was like, meet me in Temecula.
You go to Temecula to taste wine, bro. What are you doing?
Then the nigga made a diss record to the dude because the dude never showed up. So he went back home and made a diss record called "Meet Me in Temecula."
Yes,
to the dude.
Like that was search that now,
and like it was on Sports Center. Like ESPN was talking about.
No
this
way.
That's it. Yes, it was. Like that was when Twitter completely jumped the shark. I was like, all right, yep. There will never be.
That sounds like some Matt Barnes shit, bro. Beating up.
Like I think the wildest tweet I ever saw was a nigga telling another nigga that he hated. He said, I would swim through a sea of dicks to punch you in the face and give you a black eye.
What?
Like a nigga tweeted that, and the tweet was like still up until dude's account got suspended.
I never want to hate somebody that much. Never.
Hey, you know what, Roddy? I read Go ahead, Fee.
No, I'm about to say there ain't. It's only about 3 things in this world that have had me fucking swimming through a sack of dicks, and they all revolve around my children. I ain't, man. Unless Jesus on the other side, I just can't see it, bro.
Yeah, nah,
I just can't.
Yeah, nah. If something is on the other side of a sea of penises, I don't need it.
No,
I don't need it, and I don't want it.
Nah, Roddy, I was gonna say, I be forgetting you deleted your original Twitter because I was laughing at something earlier and almost choked on the Cheez-It, and I thought about your tweet. And you was like, I almost choked on the pork chop, and my last words would have been NH because that's not how I picture going out. Joe, you remember when I was talking about the top 5 niggas of all time?
Okay.
I got that concept from Ronnie because that nigga tweeted that shit one day, and it was like Barack Obama, Bokeem Woodbine, and like 3 other niggas.
Got you.
Bokeem Woodbine is top 5. It's easy.
I mean, that nigga been in everything from Spider-Man to Black Dynamite and Fargo, my nigga.
Legendary.
I might have to give you that. I might have to give you that
to go around. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to keep selling this heroin to make it.
Come on, man.
So,
now, no, nigga, I can't dig it. What the fuck is you supposed to be?
What's wrong with these niggas, bro?
That's one of the greatest movies of all time, bro. That shit is on HBO Max. If you have not seen it yet, I watched that.
They bring the cartoon back.
I got HBO.
Oh, word.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm cheap and
On
poor, bro.
HBO Max.
All right,
Get that free trial, man.
Yeah, hit that free
How long
trial.
free trial, man?
Have you ever seen the Black Dynamite movie, Joe?
Oh, nah.
Bro, that's
Oh,
that.
you gotta watch
It's
that.
one of
Classic.
it is so bad that it's good. Like it involves Richard Nixon with nunchucks. At
Nigga,
some
what?
point in the movie. Yes.
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 I don't.
Oh yeah,
You
they
know
be
me, I
wild.
don't like over stupid shit, bro.
But it's not over stupid.
But here's the thing.
It's a blaxploitation movie.
Yeah. But the comedy in it, like there's one scene in particular that I'm not gonna spoil it for you. The comedy is like so smart that it's like the way the jokes build up, and when like the punchline finally drops, you're like, how would they even think about that? And AJ, you know what scene I'm talking about, the Anaconda malt liquor scene.
Oh yeah.
So when they break it down, you're like, how would you even think of that? That's random as hell. But it's it has like everybody in it too. Like
is this shit on
you
like
can think of.
Is this shit on like Hulu or Netflix or some shit?
I don't know if it's on there. You can probably find that shit on the internet somewhere, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a leaked copy rolling around somewhere.
I can't find my Fire Stick, bro. I'm mad as hell about that.
Black Dynamite streaming.
Yeah, HBO Max got that a lot.
Yeah, HBO Max, unless you you can get on Apple TV for like $4. But
man, I heard Apple TV was robbing niggas.
I mean, they gave me a year free trial. I just got the.
Oh, word? Oh, okay.
When I bought my iPhone, they gave me a year free trial of that shit.
Oh, I ain't buying no goddamn iPhone. This shit ass.
Well, I mean, I have a MacBook, so
kind of ass too.
It's getting that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not recommend that people buy MacBooks.
I just say fuck Apple,
motherfucker. Like if
fuck Apple. Even though I own AirPods, fuck them.
Why do you own AirPods if you don't? You have at least have an iPad or something.
I only own iPods because they was on sale for Black Friday. That's all.
I was about to say, and that might be their worst product, in my opinion.
Oh, is it? Oh shit. They work all right.
Damn. But anyways, we done wasted 13 minutes talking about No.
Oh no. That's perfect.
No, this is fine. Talking about why why getting his girl stolen was not a come up. We still gonna let Joe defend Krillin on here one of these days when we have nothing else to talk about. But I guess we'll jump into we'll do this real quick because we don't want this to be super somber. But if you were living under a rock, Derek Chauvin was convicted on 3 counts: second-degree murder, third-degree murder, second-degree manslaughter for the killing of George Floyd. If you didn't see when the verdict was read live, that man looked very, very shocked. Like, I thought killing niggas was part of the job description. And
man.
Bomani Jones made a great point.
How he was looking.
Yeah, he was looking like, I thought I could do this. But like Bomani Jones made a great point. He said he had on that disposable mask and he looked like he was expecting to go home afterwards, so he did not bring a more permanent mask. And like looked like he walked in a courtroom and someone was like, nah, bro, you got to wear this. Like he came in there thinking he was definitely going home, and they revoked his bail. So may he I don't know that we need to get like any thoughts and feelings on that shit because fuck that motherfucker. Rest in peace to George Floyd. May his family have some measure of peace. I just want to know why Lil Boosie had the booty bandits on deck for Derek. He tweeted out that he better be glad he ain't going to jail in Louisiana with a bunch of eggplant emoji after it. And
like what? Like
sometimes you gotta let them know when it's real.
I don't ever want to know if
this isn't real. This isn't real.
Like after Ray J said what he said was fast, we don't never need to hear nobody ever again threatening men with gay goons, bro. Don't be threatening booty hunters, bro.
That's like
hey, bro.
The Vince Staples interview. I'm gonna have the gay homies. that like homies. Fuck that nigga. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I apologize. Listen, we go back to back them.
Hey,
Like, people will think that shit cool till you looking like the second or third episode of Snowfall when they went to go get the gay big homie.
No,
and them niggas ain't know what was there. See, bro, don't get no gay news, bro.
No.
Hey, bro. Sometimes you gotta let a nigga know when it's
I stopped
real.
watching that shit after that. It took me a year to watch it again because I didn't know what this is why I read plot synopses beforehand because I didn't do that shit with that episode and I seen that and I was like, motherfucker.
You just let it happen.
No,
Pause if I have to say that.
no,
Just
especially
let it
not in
happen,
this instance.
bro.
Hell no.
Man.
Bro, stop spoiling shit for yourself, bro. Just let it happen.
Nigga, I read the Mortal Kombat plot synopsis on Wednesday. Nigga, I ain't even watched it.
Hey,
Joe.
Hey.
I'm cool.
Hey, Joe. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When you was saying "let it happen," I thought you was talking about the gay goons. I didn't know you was talking about AJ and the plots. And that's why I was like, "Nah, don't let it happen." What are you talking about? Let it happen.
I'm talking about his synopsis shit. That's all, bro.
Nah, nigga, I'm reading the plot synopsis, everything. God damn it, that is the prime reason why. Because I will never walk into an episode blind like that again. I was like, what the fuck is going?
I haven't watched Snowfall at all, so I hear it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, I mean, I got the season 2, and then my work got so busy that I could no longer watch TV while I worked anymore. Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess now we'll transition to the NFL draft, just coming up. Joe, you in that goddamn crown, man.
No advertisement. We good.
I mean, when we did the show in the barbershop, we always had a bottle of liquor front.
Yeah, we always. Yeah.
You know, that's nothing new. I guess the next time, at least me, because I don't know when the next time Joe will be in Birmingham, but I guess the next time me, Ronnie, and Fee are all in Birmingham, we'll have to hit T up and go to the head over to Trim one time for the one time and record an episode. But I am not the NFL watcher among everybody. I kind of keep up with what's going on, but I will let you gentlemen take the lead on this one.
Yeah, who's your team, Joe?
Pats fan, bro.
He has been a Patriots fan literally the 25 years I've known him. Okay.
Fair. So what's your ideal scenario for like the draft? Like who are you looking for to add to the Pats?
Who am I looking forward to adding? Well, probably the quarterback from Salt Lake Community College, because that's how Bill Belichick always fucking roll. He always give you somebody from some school that you ain't never heard of. Mm-hmm. Nobody has a scouting report on. Only he knows the information on any of these dudes. Now, if I'm being serious, because I can watch the NFL as a fan, thank God. What I would like these niggas to do is trade all them goddamn draft picks to move up to take Trey Lance. Trey Lance can sit behind Cam Newton because he can do everything Cam can do. He's just younger. So let him sit, legitimately let him sit the whole year, learn behind Cam, and you roll him out next year, bro. They play the same exact style. Trey Lance is just a lot smaller. Like, really, their play styles mirror each other so much. It's like, how could Bill Belichick not do this? You already have all your people in place. You went out and spent a bunch of money in free agency already. So all them niggas you signed, they gonna be there for the long haul. Your transition will be seamless if you stick to Cam for the year and then roll out Trey Lance next year, bro. But I know that's not going to happen because I'm a Pats fan and I've been watching Bill Belichick fuck the draft up for the last 25 years. So, whatever.
What I will say this, you know, as well though, like yours, like you may not actually have to draft up for that because the streets are saying Mac Jones is going 3rd overall.
He not.
As Bomani Jones has said, if Kyle Shanahan is a genius, you can't pay me enough to think he's stupid enough to mortgage the future.
Yeah, I think
Mac Jones.
I think it's a smokescreen. I think it's Justin Fields, but
they're taking Justin Fields, bro.
But don't be surprised if you see Mac Jones go in the top 15.
Oh yeah.
Well, that
That
apparently is the other QB that the Pats might be eyeing because he's more play ready day one.
Because
I wouldn't do it. But
no, when
I've
Belichick
seen people say that.
Belichick went to Bama's pro day, he saw Mac Jones throw a pass, and he just he was like, no,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, RIP to Kobe, but he was like, no, get the kids, let's go.
If the rumors are Bill Belichick is looking at someone specific and they keep naming them, it's always a smokescreen. So I'm loving all the Mac Jones to the Patriots shit. That mean we ain't gonna pick that nigga. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
nobody should pick that.
Y'all think if well, just for Joe, you think if all four of them quarterbacks go, because I don't know what Detroit's gonna do. I don't necessarily know what Carolina's gonna do since they traded for Sam Darnold. But all four of them niggas, like Atlanta's a while. Like it's a lot of niggas where Trey Lance could be gone before. If Mac Jones is sitting there when y'all pick, you don't think y'all will take him?
I would hope not. I can't say definitively that they won't. I mean, they probably will, but I can see a scenario they don't take him at all.
I can see a scenario where if Lance is there at 8, the Patriots trade up because I think Carolina might want to get a quarterback because they're not sure about Darnold. And apparently the owner is very adamant about wanting a superstar quarterback. Like he was willing to trade for Deshaun until all the evidence started piling up. And that's when he made the Darnold trade. He was apparently like, yo, we'll trade you whoever you want and whatever picks you want for Deshaun. Yes. But he is apparently all about getting a superstar quarterback. So if he's unsure about Darnold, I can see him doing it unless because apparently Denver likes Fields and Lance. So if either one is there, they're willing to take them. So if Carolina might use that opportunity to get Belichick to trade up. If Belichick actually likes Lance, to get him to jump in front of Denver, because if Lance is there at 9, he's not following me.
Yeah, I don't see none of these niggas. I don't see the first 4, the legitimate top 4 niggas. I don't see none of them making it out of the top 9, 10, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, San Francisco is the wild card because if San Francisco drafts fucking Mac Jones, then I can just see Atlanta getting a haul to get out that number 4 spot for somebody moving up to get that nigga.
Yeah, and they actually take Mac Jones, all hell breaks loose.
And it might be Pitts too. Like somebody might move up to take Pitts. Like Dallas might be crazy and just say, "Fuck it, we ain't never gonna get the defense right. Let's go add another fucking weapon." You know how Jerry Jones
don't draft they not trading up.
Yeah, I seen that earlier. But if they don't draft fucking Patrick Surtain, bro, like them niggas need. Like if you don't draft that corner, man, like come on, man, like just do the right thing.
Or who? Joe Horn's son. I think he's like the other.
Look, let me Joe Horn's son. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Like the Cowboys drafted Diggs last year, and they regretted it. They need not make the same mistake with Patrick Surtain the second. Look, I thought he was.
You know how the Cowgirls do, bro.
I thought he was gonna be fired. Like I still think he's good. He's okay, but. If you talking about JC Horn, excuse me, and if you talking about Asante Samuel Jr. and Patrick Surtain, like I can't see anything from Patrick Surtain that puts him that much higher than the other 2 cornerbacks. JC Horn is going to go late first round, and Asante Samuel Jr. is going to go in the second round. Pat Surtain ain't that much better than either of them, in my opinion.
I honestly hope JC Horn fall to the Browns because we need a corner. That's really the last thing that we really need because the offensive line is good. We got good weapons on offense. We signed Jadeveon Clowney. Then we have Garrett on the other side. We picked up who's that? We picked up some defensive tackle. I can't think of his name right now. I think he came from the Saints. We picked up a good defensive tackle. We need linebackers too, but Greedy Williams is hurt all the fucking time, and so is Denzel Ward. Like we need a fucking corner, so I wouldn't be mad if we got fucking Horn because if I'm not mistaken, he went to Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech's corners are always
that's Fairley. Yeah,
you talking about Caleb
Fairley? I like Fairley too. I think that nigga ran like a 4.3. Yeah, come on.
Well, Virginia Tech corners don't always do great. Remember Macho Harris?
Yeah, Macho Harris.
That man went to the Eagles and busted.
Hey man.
That's because he played for the Eagles, bro.
I thought Macho Harris was going to be that. Now, Macho Harris's problem was they didn't know if he was a corner or safety. He had that same Jabril Peppers issue where he should have been one thing, but because he was athletic, he played in one spot too much and just didn't. But yeah, Joe Cole says Deshaun Watson's stock crashed harder than the GameStop stock madness in January. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you
may never see the field
40
again.
Women, let me say that again, 40.
Yeah, this whole that nigga well, I mean, it was consensual. That ain't worked. That ain't worked since 2010, bro. That's not a great defense. But we ain't here to litigate that.
Yeah, especially if you came out the gate saying I didn't do it. But anyway, he's out of here. He may not ever play again.
But I don't know. I'm interested to see how things go. I do think if Mac Jones gets selected, there's going to be 5 QBs taken in the top 9 or 10.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the draft where we see the most quarterbacks taken in the first round.
Well, and then how many quarterback?
Well, I don't know because at 18, 5 was
Mac
taken.
Jones, it'll be 5, I think. I think at 83, I just watched some documentary. I think at 83 they took 6. It was 6 that went in the first round.
The dude from Stanford.
That was that Dan Marino, John Elway shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dude from Stanford they talking about. I think he went to Stanford. They talking about him creeping to the end of the first round to be the 6th person.
Trask. People talking about Trask too.
If Trask or Davis Mills get took in the first round, bro, I
don't know anymore. Yeah, I just don't know anymore.
I will say this is why I can watch football as a fan because I don't know enough about it and I can just literally just watch this goofy shit. But I love watching teams mortgage their future for these nut ass niggas.
Some of the shit I don't understand about NFL scouts, and I hate playing a race card, but dog, how did Justin Fields fall so far without playing the game? And Zach Wilson, there's no reason Zach Wilson should be going at number 2, bro. Like, look who he played. I just seen the stat on Collins when he played against any team that was above 500. This man is 0-5 with 1 touchdown and 7 interceptions, and that was the past 2 seasons. That nigga is not that good, bro.
Yeah, another thing that Bomani Jones been saying, he was like Trey Young, Trey Lance. I ain't seen that man without a helmet on. The scouts must not know he's black because he ain't got none of them black quarterback knock.
He gonna be on Colin Tuesday, bro. So they finally gonna be like, oh, that's a nigga. His stock might drop. I hope it does for us.
Hey, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I think it's too late. The cake's been baked, but I think the thing with Zach Wilson is, and this is another thing that Bomani said, the draft buildup is about narrative. So once everyone decided the Jets were going to pick Zach Wilson, there wasn't no need to nitpick at him. You only nitpick at the QBs when you're not sure who they're going to take. Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning, I recall them nitpicking at because they weren't sure which one was the clear cut number 1. Once a team decides we're in on this quarterback, typically the media is all right, ain't no need to go at them because there's been interesting points made. I saw someone, I think it was Joy Taylor, made the point that Mac Jones and Trey Lance have started the same number of games. So if you're going to knock Trey Lance for his inexperience, why are you not knocking Mac Jones for that same inexperience? It's a lot there. It's but
even with Mac Jones, and I normally with quarterbacks I look at who are you playing when you're playing. I don't for Alabama and Joe Burrow. I was very skeptical of Joe Burrow and Tua because you have the best everything around you. You're not throwing with anticipation because your receivers are so much faster than everybody else and running so much further than them. You're always throwing a wide open people. I don't really judge you until you're playing Clemson, Ohio State, Notre Dame, in the big games. When I seen Tua, one of them years he couldn't read. I'm like, oh, this nigga can't read defenses because Clemson was mixing coverages up, and he was so confused out there. And even Mac Jones, 27% of his passing yards come from screens or RPOs, whereas You look at Justin Fields, 8%. He has the lowest of everybody else. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a lot of busts in that first round.
Steve Sarkisian was in his bag last year, but speaking of narratives, somebody somewhere said this one sentence, and it just grew legs and took off. Somebody said, "You know what? Mac Jones is better than Tua," and then people just started believing it for some reason. Now, regardless of how you feel about Tua, ain't no way you could tell me Mac Jones with the beer gut is better than Tua.
I mean, I don't really look at physicals. Like niggas love pumping up he's the prototype. He's the 6'6". He's a big body. Look, fam, Kyler Murray is fucking good. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Drew Brees was fucking good. I don't care about none of that prototype shit that you.
I feel you, man. But hold on.
I mean,
let me show you exactly what I'm talking about.
What was you talking about? You talking about Jake? Who was it? Haskins? You talking about? They drafted Haskins. He was out there with titties.
Yeah, he had titties, and he was out there.
Come on.
No. Look at Mac Jones, man. This is the third quarterback off the board.
Hey, bruh, that's a smoke screen, bruh. Like, San Francisco was not dumb, bruh. Like, they not stupid, bruh. They not dumb.
This the shit like even with like Joe Burrow had an amazing season last year at LSU, but the year before that, Joe Burrow was dirt in LSU, and like Joe Burrow couldn't beat Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State. Like I look at shit like that. Mac Jones could not start over Tua. Like,
let's be fair now.
Joe Burrow
couldn't start over Haskins because the coaches at Ohio State are some fucking idiots when it comes to picking quarterbacks. That's the reason why he couldn't start over Haskins.
But Joe Burrow looked bad in his first year at LSU too. Let's keep it a bean.
He looked terrible until Joe Brady got there.
Yeah, like
he wasn't good his first year there.
He was lighting the world on fire. Now I will say, like when we won the national title in the next year, I came out with fucking Ohio, and I'm speaking about Ohio State. Oh yes, I don't know what the fuck Urban and them niggas was doing with the quarterbacks because that nigga Cardell was out there stinking it up, and he should have went pro after he won a national title.
They was talking about him in the first round of 3 games, and he like, nah, I'm gonna go back. What?
Cardell should have cashed in on that bag, man. They were
like, you knew you was dirt.
Like you knew.
You knew you was mid.
That man was Reggie, bro.
You knew you was out here on some dirt. All right, yeah. Joe Burrow, 2018 numbers, 57.8% completion percentage, 2,800 yards, 16 TDs, 5 INTs, 133 rating. So yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Not to have been playing with basically the same receivers that he had.
No, he because let's see, Jamar Chase wasn't there and Justin Jefferson was underneath.
Nope, Chase was there.
No, he was. Well, he was underneath. Well, one of them was underneath DJ Chark. I can't remember. It was DJ Chark.
Yeah, they had Jefferson was a sophomore and then Chase was a freshman. So Chase was probably under Chark. But both them niggas was there. Like neither one of them red shirts.
Both them niggas was there too.
I think so. Yeah.
No, I think he transferred in. I'm not seeing him on.
Okay.
No, he was there. I don't know why they doing it by jersey number. But yeah, he was there. So yeah, I like the same reason I look like, how the fuck did you have Odell Beckham at LSU when he wasn't just lighting the fucking world on fire? Like, that's malpractice for you to have a nigga that fucking talented playing against basically inferior competition every day. And we ain't know who this nigga was till we started playing with Eli Manning.
Well,
casual observer.
LSU,
but he also had juice with him too.
Yeah, but
LSU like LSU's offenses are known for being pedestrian before Joe Brady. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, they deprived themselves out of a lot of national titles because they quarterback. That literally was the only thing that they never had. They would be good everywhere else because you will see all their players going to the fucking NFL. Like, especially with their receivers, you're like, I never heard of this nigga in college because they ain't got nobody fucking throwing to him. If they had a halfway competent person, they'd have been in the fucking SEC championship every year.
I would take it a step further and say that the quarterbacks got ruined there. Like, think about how many LSU quarterbacks were like good, like the first year they started, and then the second year they're terrible because they don't progress any. Like Justin Jefferson's brother, Jordan Jefferson. Like when he had to step in his freshman year and play, I was like, this nigga gonna be fire. And then, so LSU,
them niggas is brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers.
I thought they weren't.
No, they are.
Oh, all right. I saw some people asking about that. I was like, I would think LSU spoke on that one. But I mean, I thought it because I'm like Jay Jefferson, LSU seems natural. But yeah,
and I think it's a third one in there too. I can't think of his name, but yeah.
But yeah, you're absolutely right because Jordan Jefferson looked very good his freshman year and then couldn't get the ball past the 50 in national title.
Hey, that's an all timer right there.
Like,
come on, man.
But I mean, it's true. Like you couldn't get the ball past the 50 and that. Like Les Miles committed organizational malpractice by ruining them QBs. Like that was probably the smartest thing Ed Orgeron did. Was like, all right, Saints passing game. Oh, hey, you come down here. Mm-hmm. Like, do this thing. Like it takes a lot to say, you know what? I'm not good at this thing, and so I'm gonna go get somebody that is, and to scheme people open. Because
I definitely give you that, bro.
Joe Burrow
be getting in the way.
Joe Burrow definitely looked like dirt before Joe Brady got there. Like that nigga looked like dirt.
Once again, to be fair, I'm the nigga who watches every single SEC game, so you could tell that Joe Burrow had like the tools, but once again, I can't think of the offensive coordinator name. I think it's like Esslinger or whatever. He was terrible. So Joe Brady was like,
he be running them. He wanted them Jim Harbaugh offensive coordinators.
Exactly. So Joe Brady was like, okay, we're just gonna do what you like to do best. We're gonna do these receivers. They're fast as hell. They're strong as hell. We're gonna let them do what they do best. So and I will say this: the crazy thing about Joe Burrow, the Heisman year, he was actually better versus the tough competition. Like if you look at the game versus Bama and other games that the season, the tougher the competition was, the more he showed up. And what he did in that national championship game, like, you should be arrested for it. That was disgusting.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that Joe Burrow isn't good. I'm saying
no. I know.
I'm saying that nigga was some dirt weed. His first season at LSU, he was dirt, like he was cheeks. So like, you know, like. But yeah, for people to harp on Justin Fields so bad, it's just like, listen, man. As a former Michigan fan, that motherfucker is legit.
You gave up on Michigan, bro.
Yes, I gave up on Michigan. I'm no longer a Michigan fan.
Nigga said he had to get off that narcotic, man.
I'm done.
Fine, you can be done, bro. We still gonna rap from over here, bro.
After that bum ass nigga Joe Milton went out there and stuck the joint up, I said, as long as Harbaugh is there, I can't root for them because that was a stupid fucking decision. Mm-hmm. In theory, it was great. You get the big athletic quarterback with your big receivers who can get in space, and it's a match made in heaven. But when the motherfucker can't read a defense, it's a stupid ass decision. Like there's zero reason that Donovan Peoples-Jones and Nico Collins should not have been dominant versus Big Ten corners. But because Jim Harbaugh wanted to run out Shea Patterson for 2 straight seasons, even though that nigga stunk. Nigga stunk. And had the nerve to wear it.
We love some Shea Patterson in Columbus, bro.
And had the nerve, the unmitigated gall to wear number 2. You bum ass motherfucker. How dare you besmirch the great Charles Woodson's jersey with that shitty ass play? Motherfucker stunk.
Hey, they still talk about Nico Collins supposed to go high in the draft, though.
Because he's 6'4", 220 and runs like a motherfucker. That is someone who should not have left the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, he should have went to Bama. He'd have went to Bama and been dominant. Nah, I think playing in that offense, as big as he was, with playing with them smaller receivers, I think he'd have been a big ass target.
No, and this ain't to disrespect him, but he wouldn't have saw the field at them. If you look at the receiving core that they've had the past 3 seasons, he wouldn't have hit the field. And that's no disrespect to him at all, because I think he could have been really good if he gone elsewhere. But you look at what's on that Bama roster, you're just like, nah, I like my chances elsewhere.
I think he hits the field because he's a big target for a quarterback. And I think the offensive coordinator would have utilized that with either Jalen or Tua when they were early on, because a big dude like that can sit down in the middle of the field. But either way, there's no way that Donovan Peoples-Jones, who showed that he can play at the next level, there's no way that them two motherfuckers, and Tarek Black, who was also big as fuck, but couldn't, like, had foot injuries and shit. They had three good ass receivers, and punk ass Shea Patterson got to use them.
Okay, I'm looking at this, and Clemson gave him an offer. He should have took his ass to Clemson.
Who, Nico?
Yeah.
Oh, him and they stole him from Clemson and motherfucking Rashawn Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them should have went to Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Should neither one of them. The only player that benefited by coming to Michigan was Devin Bush. That's it. All them other big time recruits they got have been ass. The minute they hit Michigan, them niggas is ass.
Dog Najee Harris would be getting ready to sell used cars if he went to Michigan.
Relax. Yo.
What running back?
All right, look. Michigan
what running back has been good at Michigan since Mike Hart?
I don't watch college, so like who? I'm just talking out my ass.
It's Gerald Toussaint.
Come on.
There have been like at least 3 5-star recruits at running back in the last 4 years to go to Michigan, and none of them have been good.
Jeez.
Not a one. Zach Charbonnet just transferred. Christian Turner, the speedster, he transferred. They had another kid from New Jersey, he transferred. None of them have been good.
Maybe they just don't like Detroit, man. Maybe they just don't like Michigan. Like, I just say fuck it.
Urban Meyer is a sack of shit as a human being, but he said something very, very smart. One day I was watching the Fox College Game Day shit, and he was talking to Charles Woodson and Reggie Bush, and he basically said, Michigan has everything you need, but there's something wrong under the hood. And he's alluding to something that I think is absolutely correct. There's a cultural issue in Michigan. And he said it. He was like, when I got to Ohio State, we started preparing for Michigan the first day of the season. Michigan doesn't prepare for us until the week before the game. And that's why we ran over their asses every year.
Them niggas, did they beat us all last decade? Maybe one time last decade?
The shoelaces year? No, actually the shoelaces year was the year before that. But 2011 was the last time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Michigan does shit like have Denard Robinson playing quarterback and Devin Gardner play receiver when it should have been completely reversed.
I remember that, bro.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
You bring up an interesting thing. Like, why is Urban Meyer a piece of shit, bro? Like that's
bro. Everywhere. Nah, that nigga Urban Meyer, wow. But okay, as soon as he get to Jacksonville, he has a dude on his staff that should be on his staff, and the dude ends up resigning two days later. And Urban Meyer didn't fire the nigga. The nigga resigned under his own, like, nah.
And Urban was like, nah, we did a background check on him. He's good. A dude from Iowa who like had multiple reports of calling his players niggers and saying he was going to send them back to the hood.
Yeah.
Then he had the other dude, the wide receiver coach, that was fucking abusing his wife.
Using the hell out of his wife
at Ohio State. He was covering that shit up, leaving that nigga on the fucking staff.
Look here, this man was having the glizzies sent to the Ohio State sports complex, like to his side chick, and I'm not going to insinuate. Yeah, I'm not going to say what I mean by glizzy, but he was wilding, like on the Ohio State paid phone, like he was texting her, like hey, stop by the office later.
Like just think about those Florida teams that he had. Percy Harvin beat up the strength coach. Like they said, Percy Harvin got
Percy Harvin though.
Percy Harvin got into multiple fights with coaches while he was at Florida. The Pouncey twins was just running around beating niggas' asses. Aaron Hernandez was a fucking murderer. Like Riley Cooper was allegedly all hell. Like,
Aaron Hernandez on the flip phone throwing up blood, bro, in the fucking bathroom at a gas station. I seen the picture, bro. That ain't no allegedly. That nigga's in there clear as day, nigga. Big B's, nigga, at a gas station with no shirt.
Like, them Florida teams was wild.
Yes,
wild. Like the fact
but the only thing the media. Oh, Cam Newton was there stealing laptops, got kicked off. Like, come on, bro. Them niggas was down.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's laptops, though, bro.
So no. Because here is something I like to always bring up to people in regards to the Cam Newton situation. Here is why Urban Meyer is really a piece of shit. Cam Newton wanted more playing time during Tebow's senior season. And by the way, when Dan Meyer left, Tebow was kind of ass. If you go back and watch the games from that season, he just started to run through people. Like he sucked. So Cam Newton was like, hey, I feel like I should be playing more. So Cam Newton getting hurt. He's thinking about whether or not he wants to come back next year. He tells Urban Meyer, like, hey, I think about transferring. Urban Meyer then releases the laptop story because he was like, nobody's gonna want you after this.
Good old Herb.
Man, all right. So basically, y'all are faulting this man because he have shitty niggas on his staff.
Because he's shitty.
His staff and his teams, and he does shitty things. Yes.
He knew a man was beating.
The Dallas Cowboys literally have a roster of murderers, bro, and niggas that body slam chicks on pile of guns.
Okay,
bro.
that was like once.
The Dallas Cowboys situation ain't never once, bro. I bet you next year
they had that one time.
I didn't even know CeeDee Lamb was snatching like his phones out of like girls' hands during draft night. Like, bro, I had to learn.
Hold on. Nah, that's a little different, bro. That's different. Hey, it wasn't like no violence. He just like she got the phone over here. He like, hey man, what you doing? Give me my phone. This ain't for you. Hey, nice little steal, but a little pickpocket, Hall of Fame pickpocket.
Now, if you want to talk about Dallas,
that nigga
in the
ain't
90s,
no corner.
Yeah, Dallas in the 90s was wild. Michael Irvin was out there with a nose full of coke every game, sweating through his shoulder pads. Them niggas was wild. And yeah, Greg Hardy, that was indefensible. Like that motherfucker should have never seen an NFL roster. But no, Herb like consistently has pieces of shit around him. And does piece of shit things and leaves teams. My heart condition, I can't take it. He leaves conveniently before probation comes in, except for at Ohio State. That didn't happen this time.
I'm just saying though, like when he was out here in the mountains, he was pure, bro.
No, he wasn't out there. He wasn't out there pure. The Mormons just wasn't snitching on him. They was happy to have him.
Hey, you're not gonna hate on my state, bro.
Hey, that's the same thing. Like for Ohio State, that nigga brought us a chip, bro. That nigga Urban solidified, bro. Like he good, but he's still a piece of shit, even though he's good. Like he's solidified.
If not for Nick Saban, Urban could probably be in the conversation for greatest modern football coach of all time, if not greatest college football coach of all time. But he's a sack of shit. Like let's just be clear about what he is. Like that is who he is.
If within the next decade he win a title with Jacksonville, will that erase his piece of shitness?
No.
I mean, because you can still be great and still be a piece of shit. So
Michael Jordan,
exactly.
Hey, like nigga, bro.
Your accolades don't alleviate you from being a human being. Like, nah, nigga, you still gotta be a good human, bro. That nigga Urban Meyer is not one of them.
Niggas still listen to Robert Kelly.
That's their prerogative, man.
Yeah, like I don't listen to the nigga. Like, fuck that nigga. Like that. And I judge people who do listen to the nigga. Like you a disgusting motherfucker when you know what those songs are about. Like, nah, exactly. you a nasty motherfucker listening to him. But like, yeah, Herb he's a sack of shit. I mean, now if he wins a Super Bowl, he probably vaults up some all-time coaching conversations because he ain't never been in the pros. I don't know.
If he wins a Super Bowl with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's the greatest of all time. Now he's passed by Pete Carroll. He's passed by because that's a hell of a feat. So
I don't know. I don't know if that's trumping 7 Super Bowls by Belichick. I mean 6 Super Bowls by Belichick though.
Belichick never had to coach the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm just saying.
And Bill is my guy. So
I'm just saying.
Too short. Look, Herb gonna be there for 3 years when he realizes he can't have the control over the local media.
I give him 2.
Like college is so different because like you can literally control the cops in the town and the local media and all that shit. Like you don't have that level of power. Like you can't be wilding out on players like you could in college because you got to look at them motherfuckers. And when it's somebody there with a 5-year, $100 million contract and dead cap hits, they ain't going nowhere before you are.
Mm-hmm. How long is this contract? I thought he signed for 10.
I don't know how long.
No, I don't think he got the John Gruden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the trend seems to be giving people like these new coaches like 5 to 6 years, but the NFL.
But Ronnie said he's gonna be there for 2, and I'm like 2. That's short as hell.
Because he leaves, and normally college coaches like people like Nick Saban who go to the pros, they don't normally do well because like AJ was saying, they lose a lot of the control that they have in college. Like. In college, most of them players are gracious to be there because they want to get to the NFL. In the NFL, you already made it. So it's like when you in the military, you make $1 million. Nigga, I'm not listening to you if I just want $1 million. You want me to go do what? Nah, nigga, you go do that shit. Like that's how them NFL players be to them college coaches, and they can't handle that shit, bro. And you know it's true. So Urban Meyer gonna see like, damn, I can't be saying none of that shit to these niggas, man. They ain't even listening. They ain't showed up for me, and they still get paid.
One of them might raise up on you. You say the wrong thing to them.
Exactly.
Like, imagine that Iowa coach talking about I'll send you back to the hood or popping out an N-word to one of them Duval County niggas. Motherfucker would have got his shit split open. Like the power dynamics are completely different in the pros. Like that's why college coaches in general typically aren't successful in the pros. Look what happened with John Beilein. He got to the Cavs and it was immediately like, yeah, bro, this ain't what I'm here for. It takes a special kind of coach to make that transition. Like to me, Pete Carroll was an NFL coach who just happened to be successful in college. Like I don't view him as a college coach.
Yeah, he built USC like a NFL program. So yeah,
like Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson ran Miami like the same way that he ran the Cowboys. Like Miami was he let the players do what the fuck they wanted down there. And that made him prepared to be an NFL coach. That's why Saban wasn't successful in the NFL.
Hold up. Also, let me interject here. So Saban, I think both seasons went 7-9 because his starting quarterback was Dante Culpepper. He wanted to sign another quarterback. This quarterback couldn't pass his physical. That quarterback's name is Drew Brees.
I mean, but I still think Saban's act wears thin.
But Saban ended up where he needed to be ultimately.
Like I'm not saying that like Saban is just some ass coach. Like
no, I know.
Obviously he knows X's and O's enough, but like his personality, like Bill Belichick is kind of a one-of-one in that regard. Like that's why his disciples don't work anywhere because they go in and try to do the Bill Belichick, and it's like, bro, you ain't Bill Belichick. You can't do that.
Saban is a direct disciple.
I just want to say fuck Matt Patricia. You can go on.
Oh yeah, Matt Patricia is terrible.
Matt Patricia is the prime example of why of trying to be Bill Belichick when you ain't Bill Belichick. You ain't got that cachet, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Would you rather have Matt Patricia or Dan Campbell? You want a coach that can't coach or a nigga that wants you to bite kneecaps?
Yep. I'll take that. And you know what? Dan Campbell has done what Bruce Arians did. Like he almost all of his coordinators and position coaches are black. Like he went in and got some people who like actually know what the fuck they're doing, and I respect him for that. Because
I'll take Dan Campbell.
He might be saying some nut shit, but like you go get Deuce Staley as your assistant head coach. Who else did he get to fill out that staff?
I can't remember everybody, but he got a hell of a staff.
Yeah, man. I will say I like what Brian Flores is doing in Miami. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like you had to do this in the division, bro. Oh my god, man. I hope Miami figure out they don't like niggas and they fire. Something stupid. Like
I mean, isn't their GM black too?
Yeah, he is.
Flores good, but yeah, he got Antoine Randall was their receivers coach. Anthony Lynn is their defensive coordinator.
He's the offensive coordinator.
Lynn would be the offensive coordinator.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not reading that right. Yeah, Lynn is the.
Hey, now they might be all right next year.
Yeah, Lynn, offensive coordinator. Deuce Staley, assistant head coach. Mark Brunell, quarterbacks. Dom Capers is
Mark Brunell.
Mark
defensive
Brunell.
Hey,
Where they got here from?
Aaron Glenn is the defensive coordinator. They got like a
they got some heat over there.
Yeah. Like he actually went out and was like, "Listen, I may not know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm gonna go get some niggas to do."
But part of coaching is delegating, though. So I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, that's probably what makes Dabo a good head coach at the college level is the fact that he delegates. Like he don't, that motherfucker don't be out there involved in no game plan decisions for real. He's there to be a CEO. That's why they say special teams coordinators probably make the best head coaches because you got to get a lot of motherfuckers to buy in who don't necessarily want to do that job. Like the kicker and the punter and the long snapper are there to do that job, but the nigga that's running down on kick returns ain't like he had dreams of being a running back.
Got to be the where you get
that fast. What did you say,
bro? You running down the gunner, getting jammed by two niggas all in the sideline, hitting the Gatorade, getting pushed into the stands, trying not to trip over camera. Like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to do that shit. I ain't come here for that.
Bruh, I remember at Turner, they sent me back on a punt return. And I seen some niggas bear it down, boy. I let that ball drop so quick. I was like, no, sir. This is man, not me.
niggas dog special teams, but if you ain't never had to play gunner.
Hey, Chaz, do you remember when that nigga Corey got knocked out on special teams and his dad came out and cussed the coaches out? Bruh, it was like we in Warren, Ohio, we played in middle school. So Fee was the starting receiver on the 7th grade team. And there was this other light-skinned dude that like Fee made his name cracking in Oklahoma named Antonio. Like when he did that shit, everybody was, "Oh, you that nigga." So them two was the starting receivers, and it was like me and two other like really short niggas. None of us was like 5 feet tall. We was all scrawny as shit. It was me, Terrell, and Corey. We was all the backup receivers, but we never got in the game because we was small as fuck. This motherfucker Corey, they sent all the little niggas back on punt returns one time. And they sent it back to me. I see the ball coming. I just see a wall of big niggas running at me. I let that motherfucker drop and was like, "Nah, y'all ain't finna fuck me up." So they sent this dude Corey back. Corey gets the ball and gets cracked. They had to carry that nigga off the field. This man's dad came on the field and was cussing the coaches out because that nigga got laid the fuck out.
Why y'all send that man on a dummy mission?
They literally had to peel that man up out the dirt. It looked like some shit off a cartoon, like some Looney Tunes shit. Man got steamrolled. Like that. You remember when that dude? You remember when Jonte Stroud hit that nigga in practice, bro? They had him at running back, but knocked that man helmet off. Chin strap came unbuckled. I was like, "Ooh, that boy about died." And then like he was in.
Jonte was a big nigga. Like he was like grown man size.
Yeah, bro. He was like middle boy. He should have been playing like JV in 8th grade.
Like him and Vince. Like Vince was this dude in my grade who was like grown man size. Like I'll tell y'all the story about the time that I knew football wasn't for me way before this. But when it like hit me, it was the second to last game of the season. It was the last game we played, and Vince was the middle linebacker. Somehow I end up having to go into safety, and the coach is like, "Just stay behind Vince," because they knew I wasn't shit. But it's like, just stay behind Vince and you'll be all right. Vince gets ate up in the hole by the fullback, and the quarterback is running an option. And I got an angle on the quarterback. Yeah, you see my brother laughing because he know the story. I'm thinking like, oh, I could get this dude. So I'm running up on him. And it's like that scene in Justice League where Flash is trying to run up on Superman, and then Superman turns his head and sees him. And it's like, this ain't going to go how you think it's going to go. The quarterback turns his head and looks at me and just turns on the Jets. And so I'm like, my little ass is running up the sideline, trying to get to him. He like 20 yards ahead of me. He ends up scoring. I go to the sideline, take my helmet off. It's the only game that year our dad came to. And as I'm taking my helmet off, I hear somebody go, "Boy, you slower than molasses in January." And I look over, and it's my dad just sitting there shaking his head with the most disappointed look on his face.
Come on.
And I was like,
football is all about angles, AJ. All about angles.
I had the angle. And he was just like he looked offended that I was straight. Like this little short, big-headed motherfucker trying to take.
His
and
angle
turned
was
the chest
better.
on. I was
Yeah.
just like, damn. Well, back to cartoons I go.
Yeah, this ain't for you. Yeah.
Come on.
I wasn't the athlete, man. I was good in backyard sports. That he was the athlete. That was all him. But me? Nah, man. Nah. And another I don't know if I told this story on here. Another game from that year, he had to come out for some reason, and I was his backup at receiver. So I go in the huddle, and they're like, "You're running the out route, basically." I run the out route. I'm in the end zone. I'll turn my head and look, and I yell for the quarterback to throw me the ball. And he looks at me and goes,
He looks you off.
he throws it to our tight end that was triple covered. I got back in the huddle,
Come on.
and I was like, "Yo, why you ain't throw me the ball?" He was like, "You saw it coming. You would have dropped it." I can catch anything.
He was Nelson Aguilar before Nelson Aguilar.
Like,
hey, relax.
I'll catch whatever if I didn't see the ball coming.
I'm being serious. That man
Like
could
in
not
practice-
catch no easy passes.
In practice,
we
like
not
if
doing
I was
no
running
Nelson
the out
Aguilar
route,
slander while he's on my fucking team, bro.
Bruh.
No, we're not
nah,
doing
for
that.
real. I was a practice hero, man. I catch anything in practice.
That
Don't put me in the
bag, bro.
I was high hand. What was his name? High hands. I was high hands from high hands Heenan from Little Giants. That was the only 2 games I got
Say hi
into.
to the people.
Is that cat you always be fussing at?
Hey, her name is Siren. Say hi to the people.
I'm just saying you always be fussing at her. All right, we got anything else?
Oh, only thing I got is
Really, D? Really, D?
only
pretended
thing I
it was
got
toilet
is
paper.
honesty is key. Stop lying to these women, bro. Be honest, bro. I swear it's the greatest thing in the world, bro.
D, the issue was not that I couldn't catch the ball. The issue was if I saw it coming, I would think too much. Like in practice, if I would have ran that same out route, they would always throw it to me before I broke. So by the time I'm turning my head, the ball is like two feet from my face, so I have no choice but to react and catch it. I would always catch those. If it was an easy pass, I dropped that motherfucker.
Because you was too busy trying to read
Game
the
is the
synopsis of the pass.
And here's how I know I shouldn't have been an athlete. When I played baseball, I used to lay out in the outfield and play with bugs rather than playing the game.
Well, baseball is trash.
You was probably like 5 or 6 though, man. That's
I
young.
was 7.
Oh, I mean, but that's normal though. That's not abnormal for real.
I was
for
the
real.
only kid on the team that did that.
It's not abnormal.
Where
Damn.
AJ went? What?
Bro, I guess he really thought that was the worst thing in the world.
You're out of
He got
there.
Man, as a coach, as a coach that literally coaches ages from 5 to 17, bro, like it's not abnormal, bro. Oh, he back now. Yeah, that's not abnormal, bro. That's a regular thing.
This new VPN kicks me off the internet from time to time. So
Okay.
yeah.
But introduce you to the people, bro. You over here scratching my goddamn.
We got anything else we going over?
I think that's it.
If not, I'm gonna go watch this Mortal Kombat, even though I already know what happens. that opening scene got me hyped.
I didn't watch no previews for it, and I went into the theater and watched it straight up. Best
Speaking
decision
of
my life.
if you're an anime fan, Demon Slayer the movie is in theaters this weekend.
I seen they got posters all around that motherfucker for that. I don't watch
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, but I saw it.
Since I'm halfway vaccinated, I think I'm gonna go on Sunday and hope that motherfucker ain't too crowded.
You'll be straight.
I still ain't
Yeah.
seen no bootlegs hit online yet.
Ain't nobody gonna be in the movie theater to mess with you no way. So
Ain't nobody gonna be in a movie theater watching anime, especially since I watch it in Japanese. So
Yeah, you did miss the lemonade discussion. Sorry, you did.
5-year lemonade discussion. What y'all talking about?
Beyonce's lemonade turns 5.
That shit dirt.
Come on, man. Come on.
Now,
Run, bro. Seriously, you
I
fuck with
didn't-
lemonade, bro.
I didn't
that
love
shit dirt.
Look, lemonade is actually cool. Like there's some
Nah,
good cuts on that album. and I say this not as someone that listens to that like brand of R&B. I that ain't my bag, but there's some cuts on Lemonade. I didn't hate Lemonade.
That shit ass.
So that means the 5 year of Seat at the Table is coming, right?
Yep.
All right. Yep.
Seat at the Table. I think has the 5 year of Malibu passed yet?
Oh, I don't know.
Like A Seat at the Table, Malibu, and Divine Feminine and Ology all turned 5 this year.
Okay.
And I remember that because those were like 2016 was like the year that I had so many of my favorite albums come out. So I know all of them are turning. we get Reasonable Doubt turning 25, The Score turning 25. I think it was Written turns 25.
Finally something good. Fuck.
ATLiens, probably.
What'd you say?
I think ATLiens. I saw ATLiens gonna turn 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because 96 was also like a crazy good year. Oh yeah, we missed the 5 year for Pac. That was why we were on our hiatus. That was January.
Oh, okay.
When is I think the Solange album is later in the year. Yeah, Seat at the Table is September 30th, and the Divine Feminine is September 16th. I remember those two because I was living up here when those dropped. But yeah, a lot of good albums in 2016. 15 year of Food and Liquor will also be this year. We've talked about that album ad nauseum, but we can do it again. Never on the show have we talked about it. And I'm trying to think what else. Kingdom Come turns 15 this year.
Before the answer was a 3, I was down to Georgetown with
Kingdom Come means something so different to me just because it got me through basic training, bro.
Oh nah, Joe, I'm with I love Kingdom Come. Like I think it's an album it's people don't like that album simply because that's not what we wanted from Jay in 2006 when he was coming back. We wanted American Gangster, and he gave us 444, but not as deep. He gave us shallow 444.
I give you that, but that American Gangster.
It was 222.
Yes.
Yeah. He gave us 222 with Kingdom Come.
Like that
reminds me of the time when 112 was doing that verses. I was like, oh, so it's 56 versus Jagged Edge. I was like 56. I was like, yeah, it's only half of 112.
It's half of them.
It's only half of them niggas. Man, them niggas 56 now.
It's like when Genuine left TGT, and it was like, I guess it stands for Tyrese Gibson and Tank now.
Hey, nah, Genuine being on that coat during that morning show appearance with the niggas was playing.
He's like,
that nigga was high out his fucking mind. God damn. All right, but yeah, we will get rolling. Fee, you what time is your Super Bowl?
Hey,
about to kick it off in a few minutes, man.
Oh, all right. Is that the nigga that called us the Sinister Cabal?
Yes, it is. It's the brand matchup. It is Hollywood Hogan versus Goldberg. Bash at the fucking beach, bruh. Tune in, twitch.tv/Fee Baby. If you want to tune in the Goldberg shit, I think it's Triple X Superstar. Doesn't matter. He ain't even the superstar. It's Goldberg. Tune in and watch this epic show. Down.
Nigga really should have been a WWF announcer, bro.
Drop the whole promo.
I'm just mad this nigga came into our PlayStation chat and said, "Oh, this is the Sinister Cabal." Like, don't insinuate I'm part of the Sinister Cabal. Like, we ain't never met, fam. Don't say I'm part of it. I ain't never been part of no cabal in my life, my nigga.
Hey, AJ, bro. Don't worry about it. That nigga alone is a nutty nigga. And that nigga Hollywood Hogan in the top right, bro, he joined them. It's all good, bro. But we still love you, bro.
All right, well, we're going to let Fee get to that. If you're interested in watching his commentary, head to twitch.tv/Fee Baby. Kidswearcrowds.com. We're back up after being down for a couple days over some RIAA copyright shit. Live this weekend. On last week's episode, they are talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale with special guest Miss Jock. I might jump in to get off some takes.
She in Puerto Rico. She's not joining us.
Oh, well, never mind. She's not joining.
Yeah.
I still might jump in to get some takes off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But yeah, we'll hopefully we'll be back next week. We've been trying to go weekly. We've been doing this every other week thing. But either way, we'll be back at some point. Make sure that you check out the merch. Get you a hoodie since it's getting back cold again for some reason, or get you a t-shirt. Fuck with us on that. Fuck with the vision, like Wanda Maximoff. Be like Wanda Maximoff. Fuck with the vision. D said, Joe, that was a hell of a promo. Bravo.
Come on, man.
I'll be having this nutty nigga on, man.
I only speak facts and honesty.
Honesty is key. The name of the mixtape he was supposed to drop 10 years ago. But other than that, we will catch y'all next week.
Y'all niggas still ain't got me for that goddamn verse, bro. I don't know what y'all niggas doing. My bad. I said too much.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll end up doing that. Fee and Kylie right now. We'll do it when he gets back. I'll bring the setup to B-Ham and we can lock
y'all niggas just don't want to get smoked no more. That's all. It's good.
Anyways, on that note, we gonna end this motherfucker. We'll catch y'all later. KWC blog, twitch.tv/FeeBaby. Honesty is key. The podcast on the way. We will catch y'all next time. Mortal Kombat.